something that will change the world and human life as we know it. This is the Sounds Obtuse podcast. I'm Chris. With me always is my co-host,
Dylan Carter.
Also with us,
Friend of the show,
chick expert.
Hello.
It's Lady A! There she is! We're so glad she's back.
It's been a while. Episode 18, I believe?
Yes, that was the last
it really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Time flies.
Been a while.
Man, we have, we outgrew you. That's what it is. No, I'm joking with you. We love having you back. We're sorry it took so long.
We are. It's been, like I said, it's been a while to have you on, but it's glad you're here today. We got a banger of a pod, actually. Yeah. So how have you been this week, man?
Man, I've been great. For the most part, I've just been taking it easy.
How's your stint?
You know, it's still up there.
Yeah?
It's fun shit. I'm going to get it out tomorrow. We're going to do some fishing up inside my body while I'm awake. They're going to pull that thing out. I still don't necessarily understand the physics of how they pull it out. I'm trying not to really think about it.
Just open the toolbox, grab the multi-tool pliers.
I'm going to pop a Xanny before I go in and hope the shit don't matter.
Like zip your pants down, put their foot on your hip, and just start yanking.
Dude, I guess like pull a fucking lawnmower kind of situation.
I think so. Except
All
like
right.
a Beyblade.
Yeah, that's all right. Sure. This is terrible. I'm kidding. Honestly, I feel worse about it now. I'm not going to lie. Everything you just said made me feel worse.
I think anything they do will be infinitely better.
You know, I'm really hoping it's just all in my head and it's just totally horrible. I'm just going to go in blind. But other than that, man, like personal-wise, I've been doing, I don't know if you heard, going to be hosting trivia next week.
I heard.
Thinkers and Drinkers Trivia, the Office Bar and Grill, located in Gloucester, Virginia. I'll be there. Will you?
You'll be hosting.
Hosting that shiz.
Yeah, in second place tonight.
Second place tonight. We did it.
We did the best we could, honestly.
We
It
did.
was tough.
There was a couple ones we kind of second guessed ourselves on, but that always happens. The very end, we had a showdown with other friend of the show, Angel Jimenez.
Shout out, Angel.
Shout out, Angel. He was going up against me.
Happy birthday, by the way.
Happy
Angel.
birthday!
He told me he hates people making a big deal about his birthday. So happy fucking birthday, Angel! That's incredible. I love you though, for real. Really, really do. So so it was me versus him for the tiebreaker of second place. And the question was how many months Queen Victoria was in power. I happen to know both dates, the beginning and the end of her reign, so I did some math and I won. Good times. I got to feel like a hero. What about you, personal wise?
Second
you got
place
anything?
still pretty good. Actually, I saw a kid this week at work. So this was great because I feel like our podcast can really do some good. You know, we work at a grocery store.
We do.
There's people all the time there. There's this little kid. His mother tells him, go grab some cheese for some sandwiches. Right?
Okay. Pretty simple quest.
Right? Go down the aisle, come back, grab the cheese. You know what it looks like? Kraft singles. This dude comes back with a block of mozzarella.
Killing it. Hey, he still accomplished the mission.
I mean, he did follow the directions.
There was poor communication on the front end of the mission.
Yeah, it was great though. I feel like he'd be great benefit listening to our show.
I bet he knows something about cheese.
He definitely would.
I bet he would.
He'll get there. So we're doing a good thing is what I'm saying. Is there's some people who just don't know enough about cheese. So we're doing our duties. Also this week with me playing GTA 5 again.
Oh,
on the Steam Deck.
Going back.
Yeah, because I gotta do everything again because it's not.
Now it's on the Steam Deck.
Now it's on the
now
Steam
you can
Deck.
play it while you're pooping.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Makes all the difference.
It's fun. It sucks when you first start though, because it's like you beat the game and then you have all like infinite money, infinite bullets, and then you're just like, oh man,
I'm broke.
Starting from the bottom. Yeah, like you gotta buy ammo. You're like, what the fuck is that? That really, really sucks. Animal Crossing, still really fun. Been playing that. Also though, I haven't just been playing video games. I've been multitasking. I know you famously don't like to watch like YouTube videos unless it's like educational.
Yep.
Right.
That's sort of my thing.
Yeah, you don't want any waste of time. Get
don't.
that. Ever since the Fat Pod, I've just been like thinking about it. Winter season's coming up. I need to shed some pounds, some lbs. I went to running on the treadmill. Just running like hours a day, just running. Not like the full time,
You have
but
a treadmill here?
yeah,
Oh, I didn't even know about that.
treadmill here.
This house is like some like hall of mirrors.
Yeah, it's like
it just changes.
There's a door every week that has something new in it.
There's like a room full of like soulless-eyed dolls.
It's a fun house.
Treadmill's just back,
really
just
is a
back
fun house.
behind
It's a
there.
fun house.
Not a fun house. A fun house.
A fun house.
So yeah, I've been running. I'm trying to get down under 200. That's my goal. I think I could do it.
Look at you go.
Got a lofty goal, so hopefully I'll be wearing cooler shirts because I got a bunch of cool shirts in like a size medium.
Is that like your driving factor? Is
I
like,
think
man,
so.
I don't have to go buy more shirts.
Yeah, pretty much. It's and then I can eat a little bit and get back to these when I forget I even have them. But yeah, I was like actually like able to like even play video games as I'm running, watching shows. So if I'm gonna watch YouTube, it's like I may as well be like at least walking, trying to shed those pounds. That's mostly it with me. Not a lot going on.
If I could go on a personal little tirade,
Of course,
Chris understands what I'm talking about.
I do 100%.
Instacart people, I first have a PSA for you in general. You do not work at the establishments you go to shop for people at. You're a customer. You're a middleman. You're a second-hand customer. Understand that role. You do not work with us. You're not a part of our staff. Do not get in our back rooms. Do not get in our way. Now, more specifically, Instacart shopper Dickhead Richard. This motherfucker came into our store, our place of business, and insulted one of our favorite coworkers, Eric, a man who has a learning disability. Assaulted him verbally and made him cry to the point he thought he was going to lose his job and went crying in solace to another coworker. Where do you think those people could get off, Chris?
Man, I honestly couldn't even say. Like, when you told me this, I felt the pain of Eric already. Like,
dude, you were about to cry.
Straight up. Like,
you really were.
I
like,
told Dylan, like, these are real tears, man. Like
I'm not calling him out. I'm being honest.
Distraught.
Like, homie was upset.
I was so sad.
I was upset. I was fuming. Peggy had to, like, talk me down. I was literally, she saw me. I was meerkatting. I was looking over the deli wall, looking for this dude the entire day. And then I came in yesterday, and I was off the clock. I just came in looking for something to drink. And I was like, let me find this dude right now. Let me catch him while I'm off the clock. I'm going to tell him exactly how I feel. He comes in calling me hippie. Calls your brother Four Eyes.
Really?
Dude, he always tells me, he points towards produce and says, yeah, Four Eyes over there doesn't really like me. Which, to be fair, Lou just does not like him.
Yeah, honestly, like, I was, like, trying to do my best to be indifferent to this dude. But after...
He's so annoying.
After that, this current situation, like, the coldest nose, just, that's it.
Yep.
Just total energy omission.
Yeah, like, don't even talk to me. He has, like, little nicknames for us. Like, he's our bud. And he'll say, oh, man, another day in paradise. It's like, no, this isn't your paradise. You don't get to say that. You don't work here.
Yeah, imagine a shopper, like, or someone coming in your work but multiple times a day.
So this is a customer.
Yeah.
Yes, nothing but a customer.
And he comes in all the time.
He gets paid from Instacart, but he's just a gig employee who doesn't even get fucking dental.
Wow.
He is essentially like worse than a prostitute.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would say. Like I put prostitutes way higher than I do this guy. But yeah, I just kind of want to just like Instacart shoppers kind of irritating me right now, and this dude specifically yelling at one of our coworkers who has special needs. Get out of our store. That's all the personal stuff I got.
But thanks for listening to the podcast.
Thank you. Oh, speaking of personal though, before we move on, so a while back we actually got to take a trip to DC with Lady A.
Yeah, I don't know if it was said or not, but we did a lot of stuff with this lady.
I know.
She's a
grand time. Yeah. Took us to Busch Gardens. We did talk about that.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel? What was your thoughts and opinions and,
All right, well,
what do you want to say about those
Tell us
things?
about your DC
DC
trip.
was hot.
Oh
It
my
was
God,
hot.
It was hot. Holy shit.
I loved your Facebook post where you were like, oh, an actual picture from our trip to DC, and it was the surface of the sun.
Yeah, it was.
It was did you have a favorite museum?
Well, we only went to the one, right? Yeah.
I can't even remember. It's been so long.
It was like
we
that.
did. We did.
The
We went to the
African American.
That was good.
Yes, and we didn't even get to the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we were like just like running through the last bit.
Yeah,
of it.
yeah, and we still missed like a whole floor. I think we like ran out of time.
It's heavy though.
So I think it was like over 100 degrees that day, like literally. You guys took me to market lunch for breakfast.
That was great.
Shout out
It
to
was
Market
hot getting there because we ended up walking the whole way, didn't we?
Lunch.
I think we might have walked because I
We
know
did
I
walk
walked
because
twice.
we didn't get
I
on a
can't remember
scooter
when
until
it
after the
was.
bikes, 100%.
Oh,
Yeah, that makes sense.
And we rode those scooters 9.5 miles that day. And it was like my favorite thing ever.
I'm so
I
glad.
mean, I got to hear
One
you
of
guys.
us. One of us. One of us.
I got to hear you guys talk about the scooters for so long. And then I finally got on one I never wanted to get off. Just like
That's
so
how it
fun.
is.
And then finally at the very end, we got to try out the e-bikes.
And I got to plow into a
I
bike.
got to. There was some carnage.
More powerful than you think they are. Holy shit.
One little pedal and he was taking out half the bike rack.
Ended up dropped lovingly on Constitution Avenue.
What did we get for lunch? I don't
Mexican food.
Was that lunch?
Mexican.
That was dinner.
Oh, no. Y'all had sandwiches just before lunch.
Yeah, somebody didn't tell the girl with a small appetite, we're going to go to Mexican 20 minutes after we finish these sandwiches.
And, like, if you go to, like, Reddit, watch people die inside, this girl belongs on there because she ordered a full, like, margarita, big-ass burrito.
The spiciest burrito.
And
spiciest
before it
burrito.
even came out, I was like,
The moment you ordered it, you gave your order, the dude walked away, and you go, wait, I'm not even hungry.
I don't think I'm going to be able to eat that.
And you didn't eat any of it.
I did eat
yeah, that's right, that's right.
some.
You ate half.
Almost half. Y'all helped me a little bit to get to
bit.
that half. Yeah, but no, that was
It
fun.
really was a good burrito, though.
It
It's
was.
fantastic.
Would have been better if
It
you could
was-
have enjoyed
Great
it.
margaritas too.
I
don't know if you
did
mentioned that.
It was a
enjoy.
good margarita.
I did enjoy what I ate. I did what I
I
could.
wish I remember the place.
It's some hole in the wall place.
It was a whole. It was literally like you had to like descend.
You know what?
Was it
I
like
bet.
something? Yeah, you're right. I don't remember what it
I
was.
it
bet.
was like something
I bet we can look it up
Soul.
on the app. That's what I said. Soul is
It
the
was
thing
like
I
Casa
thought.
de Sol or something like that. It was like House of the Sun. It was something
like that.
I'm almost positive.
Yeah, that was nice. I
And
like
then
that.
we did like scooters each to each place, and then after that we just hopped on scooters and rode them like down by the
Just a little scooter
tidal
trip.
basin and like all around.
That's the best.
It was so fun. And then we barely caught a bus and barely made it back to the
Man,
train station. We
I
like
forgot about that.
we basically like walked straight onto the train.
It was like the most panic. I think I did a pretty good job of
You
keeping
did great.
calm.
You were faking it, but I knew.
Oh,
I could see it in your
I
eyes.
was faking it, and I was like, we are very, very close to missing this fucking train. Last
The
train
last
of the night.
train of the night.
Last train of the night. It's like we're gonna have to spend the night at Union Station, basically.
You know,
I gotta
just-
work tomorrow.
And you didn't bring
I
those
could-
airbeds, man.
I could
Oh,
sense the
man.
angst, but I was just like, we'll be fine.
I was trying to I was trying to be like the old Pathfinder. I
Like
was like,
until
I don't know what you
Okay,
until
but
that train's gone.
you know
where,
what the worst
where
thing
we got a
was?
chance.
As we get back to the train station and you think we have time, so we're gonna like pop into this drugstore and get some drinks and some snacks for the road.
Yeah, and then we come out. Listen, before I
You gotta be there like 20 minutes before the
It was
train's
so funny.
actually
I
there.
walked in, I checked the board. It says it's going to be in like 30 minutes, and I was like, it's probably going to be a little bit later than that. It says that we got like at least 30 minutes. We go to Walgreens and come out, and I just happened to catch the soulless voice of the Amtrak lady.
Amtrak.
Like,
Train
Amtrak,
exit.
Northeast 48, now boarding. And I was like, last call. I was like, oh, shit.
Last call. We're
So
like,
we all just scooped our shit and ran, and we made it. We made it.
We
And
made
It
it.
was just one more like, well, what's a little bit more panic? then
and we had baked Cliff Bars on the way home.
and then we
Oh, yeah, those were
boozed-
good.
We also booze cruised it on the way home. That was a good time.
Oh, it was so fun though.
Oh,
And
man,
I'm
yeah,
like,
I was-
when we're gonna do it again when it's not so hot.
Yeah,
Yeah. Speaking of doing it again, Busch Gardens.
We're going again.
We are going
we are
again.
doing it again.
Yes,
fun.
it was so fun. I got a couple more rides I need to take you on.
Yeah.
I want to hit Pantheon again, no matter what.
I do
happens.
too.
Definitely.
For
Holy
sure.
shit.
I'm pretty sure you said you're not coming on Tempesto with us.
I mean,
Oh,
I'll do Tempesto, but it's
I
not my favorite. It's
have-
boring.
I have some potential not spoilers, not the right word, some news. They're teasing a 10th roller coaster at Busch Gardens
Jesus Christ.
next year.
They're going insane. I love it. Busch Gardens is like, yeah, we're already one of the number one parks in the country. Let's just become number one.
They're getting there.
I mean,
Man, they're
there's some
up
really
there.
good rides there. Griffin, Apollo's, now Pantheon's amazing.
The
Cobra
only-
Swords.
The only Six Flags that I can
Cobra
think.
Swords.
Shut up. The only it's nice, but shut up. The only Six Flags I can think that competes with Busch Gardens is like the New Jersey one.
Hershey Park.
No,
No,
that's not Six Flags. I forget what it's called, but there's
I'm
a
trying to-
specific name for it. I apologize for not knowing it offhand.
I know what
Okay?
you're talking about. I can't think of it either.
Either way, we're not talking about that. We're talking about Busch Gardens.
Yeah, I got some bonus tickets. Take
pretty
some of
good.
my favorite people with me.
Now we get to go back this coming Sunday.
Yeah. We'll
Having
see.
fun.
We'll see what goodies we come back with this time. I plan on
I'm
getting a lot of
sure. I
stuff.
think that
You'll find
Chris's
something.
favorite thing about Busch Gardens was bringing home a Cobra
We'll
sword.
find something made in China.
if I can find another one. We'll see
There's
what
there's
happens.
definitely more. There's more swords.
I might walk out with a Fez hat. I feel like I really should have got that.
Fez hat with the Cobra sword. If that's not how
Fez
you,
hat
if that's
with
not,
the Cobra sword.
if If that's not how you come to work every single day for the rest of your life, I'm gonna be upset, and I'm honestly gonna think you're not really committed.
I really should at that point. We'll see. Find out in the next Obtuse podcast.
I can't wait to hear about that.
We do have some world news, though.
We do have some news.
Do you want me to go? Do you want me to go?
Student loan forgiveness. Joe Brandon plans to cancel up to $10,000 in student loan per borrower who make under $125,000 a year. Up to $20,000 for Pell Grant recipients. Congresswoman and crazy Kool-Aid drinking champion Marjorie Taylor Greene spoke for all Republicans when she said, student debt forgiveness is unfair, despite the fact that her company was forgiven $183,000 in student debt relief. My response, 17 years of war in Afghanistan, trillions of dollars going to blowing apart kids. People weren't mad. No problem. Tax dollars, well spent. But you tell them that some of that tax money is going to go help kids seeking higher education, and they get mad? I remember when banks got bailed out, when auto execs got bailed out, when Trump cut taxes on the richest motherfuckers in the country. How about we bail out the kids taking out insane loans simply to further their education? The proletariat can take a small W, and everybody will be okay. We'll all be okay because a well-educated populace will make it that much less likely that we go blow apart kids in some other poor country. And let me tell you, a lot of people like me who didn't even go to college will happily and willingly donate money to that cause. Our tax dollars, that's one of the best places I can think to send it, is to people getting educated.
Yeah, like we'll bail out like car companies, but no one wants to pay for the people actually trying to get an education for themselves.
And they're like, well, don't borrow if you can't afford it. Nobody can afford it unless you're a super rich, like you're already rich. You're born rich. Your rich-ass parents are going to pay for it. That's the people that can afford college.
Who was that politician that was like, just borrow from your parents?
All of them?
Yeah, you're right. It really is. I mean, there, like you said, there's so many more worse things that those tax dollars could be going towards. Like, I know so many friends and family that, like, it is going to help out tremendously.
Yeah, they're going to see it. They may not say it. They're not going to admit it. But they're going to see it. They're going to know that it helped them. And they're going to know it helped everybody else just as much as it helped them. But they're not going to care.
Yeah, I think they just want more for themselves. I think it's ultimately what it always comes down to.
That's it. What about you? What do you got?
So, you guys familiar with Kellogg's and, like, Tony the Tiger and stuff?
Yeah.
Are you guys familiar with VTubers?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Put them together. Tony the Tiger, Twitch streamer.
What?
From Kellogg's. Yeah.
Tony the Tiger is a Twitch streamer now?
Yeah, they're doing this. Kellogg's
Wow.
is
Are they really?
making Tony the Tiger a virtual Twitch streamer, hoping to, expand the brand and market it and stuff like that.
I gotta tell Midshipman Munch.
He would be great.
Man.
If I could see him play Warzone, like
That would be no, not freaking Warzone.
he'd play Assassin's Creed.
Sea of Thieves.
There you go.
Yeah, Sea of Thieves. That would be the. Oh man, we got it. Midshipman. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, that'd be great if we had a sponsored VTuber, Midshipman Munch. But not just him. So that's weird already. Already weird. But are you guys familiar with FN Mecha?
No.
No? Well, he's another virtual media personality. He's a rapper.
Okay.
Virtual AI rapper.
Oh God.
He's been canceled.
Even the AI is getting canceled.
He's been canceled.
Apparently, they didn't read enough Reddit.
So he was signed to Capitol Records, but he said some slurs, and it's like.
What slurs? Did
So
he say?
the voice is real. The voice is like an
Couldn't see it
actual
coming.
person. The voice is an actual person, but the rhymes and like everything else, like his looks and all that stuff, all AI driven. This robot, not real person, said some stuff, and Capitol Records was like, "Nah, you can't be saying basically the N-word."
Who do they say that to? Like, how do you tell the robot bad? Do you spray it with a water bottle?
That's what happens.
Go sit in
man.
the corner.
That's what happens when AI gets too smart. It turns racist.
What are we doing?
This guy, he basically looks like, imagine like a Fortnite character with dreads mixed with like something from The Purge.
Sounds like a boomer's worst nightmare.
It looks like it. It really does.
It's probably transgender.
It really
All right.
does.
I don't know if you know, it's primary season, folks. The primary of the Oklahoma State House. Republican hopeful Scott Esk is getting some heat for comments he made about it being, quote unquote, totally justified to stone gay people to death. When asked about it, he doubled down. And I'd like to quote again. Well, does that make me a homophobe? No, it simply makes me a Christian. Christians believe in biblical morality, kind of by definition, or at least they should. Yeah, I can see Jesus getting on board with that. He very thankfully lost his election on the 23rd of this month.
You know,
I just want to point that out. That's real.
So I thought you were talking about somebody else, and I almost want woo, and I was like, I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I reserved. Glad I reserved woo.
I'm very glad I didn't woo either.
But then I started thinking about it. I'm like, what's so wrong about stoning gay people? Can't be that bad. There's worse ways to kill gay people.
So listen, when the Picket Fence Project came to me and said they thought that we could convince conservatives to move to Afghanistan, everyone thought I was crazy when I signed them on. But I said, no, we got something here. They literally want to stone gay people to death. They're running for office and saying it proudly.
Yeah.
Oh, God, move.
I could see that would cause you to lose a lot of votes.
Bro, there is a country with your name on it. Like, just go. You blend in immediately.
You don't have to shave.
You don't. There's so much less stuff you have to do. Chris, speaking of Christians, what you got?
So, Ben & Jerry's.
Solid. Just in general.
Yeah, they
Question mark. That's what I was gonna say. Question mark.
They are teaming with Tony's
Mountain Why not? I've already given up hope.
Seltzer. No. Yeah. Ben & Jerry's is teaming with Tony's Chocolonely. I think it's Tony's Chocolonely. That's how it's spelled. Basically, it's
Oh yeah, it's my Italian uncle.
It's basically slave labor free chocolate. You know.
Oh yeah, it tastes better that way.
I don't know if it does, but you know how most chocolate is made with like slave labor and things like that. Pretty bad stuff.
Okay,
that's what they say.
I'm not doubting you, but
so this brand
I don't
doesn't
see that on the Hershey bars.
It definitely doesn't. Definitely not on M&M's either.
Wonka definitely is doing some shady shit over there. I don't know.
Yeah, but
someone needs to look into that.
But they're marketing it, so it's cool. But yeah, Ben & Jerry's teaming with Tony's Chocolonely to help end slave labor in chocolate production.
Shout out.
Yeah, but I got some more food news for you.
Oh gosh.
So there's a new candy corn.
Okay.
There's a new candy corn.
I'm actually a fan of candy corn, so hit me.
Same.
It's a variety flavor candy corn. We got fruit punch. No?
No.
How about vanilla ice cream?
No.
This is tailgate candy corn, keep in mind.
I don't know. I think I can get behind
Fruit
vanilla.
punch, vanilla ice cream.
Tailgate.
How about popcorn?
Tailgate.
Popcorn?
What are we doing?
Tailgating.
How? What? You can't just.
With candy corn. Just candy corn, Dylan.
Hamburger. You know it. You love it.
Glizzy?
Hot dog.
Oh my God! Are you serious?
We can't get
Say
rid
it again.
of it.
What is it?
Hot dog.
Glizzy candy corn?
Yes. We've done it. Can we get a round of applause?
Oh my gosh!
We got hot dog candy corn.
We're here.
Is that
We
better
did
than
it.
the hot dog water
Future.
seltzer or
We've
whatever?
done it.
At least I don't gotta fucking drink it.
It's the new
Lady
pumpkin.
A.
It's the new pumpkin spice. Like you thought pumpkin spice season, those PSLs, HSLs, baby.
HSL.
Hot dog spice latte, Starbucks. Give the people what they
man.
want.
It's just homies coming in with bird's nest haircuts. Like, yo, man, can I get that glizzy frappe for real? Was that a? Can I?
Go for it.
Okay. Trump supporter and Russian President Vladimir Putin signs executive order to increase the size of the Russian army. Sadly, the order will do nothing to increase its competency. Also, I think we should just throw out there, fuck Putin.
I have something if you want.
You all get it. Whoa! News from Lady A's desk. What you got?
So remember back when you did the Olympics,
About a year ago. Good times?
No, it's not even a year ago. Winter
one.
Olympics. But this is actually in relationship to Summer Olympics. All right, so you guys were talking about how every 4 years, you really only need to keep up with the Olympics because you're like, what? You're just going to like watch something every 4 years. And you're like, I'm not going to keep up with it for 4 years and all of this stuff. I was thinking, yeah, that's true. But then the other day, I turned on TV and what did I choose? I chose to watch the gymnastics all around.
Hell yeah, why not?
Because I really like gymnastics. I really like figure skating from winter sports. So those are ones that I will actually watch, like the national championships. But a 17-year-old, Connor McLean, won the all-around in her debut. So she, like, she killed it.
Killed it?
Is that the thing where you like spin on
Someone
the
to
bar?
watch
No,
for
the
the next
all-around,
one.
let's help out. Let me help out Chris here. You know what the all-around is. The
Sounds
all
like a sexual maneuver, to be honest.
The all-around is that they do all 4 events: beam, floor, uneven bars, and the vault. They do all 4, and their total score over 2 nights is the winner of the all-around.
Okay. So it's like a Grand Prix.
Someone to watch. What was her name?
Connor McLean. There were some lots of new people coming in there, you know, and some.
I imagine after COVID, there'll be a lot of fresh faces.
They said her score was like within 5 points of like when Simone Biles won.
I just
the
hope
all-around.
she doesn't get Simone Biles. That's what I hope.
So she actually went on Steve Harvey when she was like a kid and said, I'm going to win the all-around in the 2024 Olympics. She just won the 2022 national.
Well, we'll see you in Paris in 2024, Connor
see what
McLean.
happens.
And then maybe we'll see her on Family Feud in like a sports entertainer special.
And I mean, 2024 Paris. I mean,
And
I
they'll
Celebrity
talk about
Family
that
Feud?
moment. Yeah.
already got my eyes set on it. I'm excited.
Yeah, would that be great? Summer versus Winter Olympics, Family Feud.
That would be kind of fun,
That would
actually.
be kind of fun.
That'd be good. I'd watch that.
What you got, Chris?
All right, so I probably should have transitioned from this when I was talking about like the fake rappers and stuff. But you guys know Fake Drake?
Friend of the show.
Yeah. So first he got canceled. Just banned from Instagram, banned from Twitter. You probably aren't familiar. Dylan might be more familiar. Our boy Andrew Tate, he got
Not
banned.
Our boy.
He got banned.
Good.
Terrible. We lost a good one.
Shut up.
He's like Andrew Tate is like me if I was stupid. Would you say that's about fair?
No, Andrew Tate is what you pretend to be, but you're not as misogynistic as you pretend to be.
That's all I wanted to hear. That's all I wanted to hear. That's all I wanted to hear. That's all I wanted to hear.
Andrew Tate is quite literally a misogynistic pig.
You got anything else?
With all that out of the way.
We gotta take a quick commercial break, but don't go nowhere. There'll be more Sounds Juice podcast right after this. A portion of this program is proudly provided by the following.
Hey kids, are you ready for this summer's hottest new action figure? Get ready for NIMBY Man! The town isn't safe from evil. Criminals, town planners, and racial minorities have descended in droves with their progressive ideas to destroy our property value. But now, hope has arrived. Pull this string and hear over 100 action phrases full of white privilege and entitlement. Bike lanes are a war on cars. The automobile is a sacred right sought by every American. Let us make sure the city council plays ball. He's got endless wealth and is happy to use it against those less fortunate than he is. Push the button on his back to activate his wallet and write a karate check. Bike lanes, bus lanes, multi-use zoning. Nothing can stop NIMBY Man.
Help us, NIMBY Man. Those commies on the town planning committee want to build multifamily housing.
Not on my watch. I'll write a bribe to my state senator and conveniently call it a donation. He'll know what to do.
Awesome!
Using wealth and privilege, protecting property value. It's NIMBY Man. And don't let him find out less desirables are trying to bring their crime into the neighborhood.
NIMBY Man, a middle-class Mexican family wants to move in nearby. That will wreck our community values.
Ha ha ha! They can try. I'll make sure all the local realtors know if they don't price them out, I'll make sure they never get any more recommendations from me and the HOA.
Hooray!
Corrupt agreements made on the golf course. It's NIMBY Man. Act fast because NIMBY Man is like an affordable home. Not everyone gets one. So hurry and pick up NIMBY Man today and receive his trusty wife, School Board Brenda.
Sacco Carson says critical race theory makes kids communist and homosexual.
She's even more racist and entitled and better at convincing suburban moms of her wacky bullshit.
Barack Obama is a satanic Muslim born in Kenya.
Getting kind of scary. Bye bye bye, NIMBY Man.
I'm Rick here, running for City Council of Williamsburg, and I approve this message.
Thank you, NIMBY Man, for supporting the podcast.
Yeah, thank you.
Great toy, great action figure, lots of articulation on that thing. One of the new lines, if I can give a sneak preview, they have, like, remember those Polly Pockets? You just, like, open it up and it's just, like, a whole little scenery. Mm-hmm. They have one with wands. He's in wands.
Oh.
Yeah.
No way.
I'm so
He
excited
is
for.
exactly the kind of person who would go to Juan's Mexican Cantina, formerly known as Tacos for White People.
Yeah, I'm so excited for Wave 1 launch of the Polly Pocket line of Nimby Man.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. Honestly, I was like, is this really an action figure? And then I saw that it was sponsored by Rick coming over here sponsoring. Honestly, I got to respect the hustle.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily agree with the message, but I got to respect
He's
the
trying to
hustle.
get his ear to the streets, and that's what we're here for.
Yeah, I get it. I see you out there, Rick, and thank you, Nimby Man, for supporting the podcast.
Thank you.
And we're back. Christian, what are we talking about today?
We're talking about spiders and bugs and other creepy crawlies that you might find in your ear or mouth when you're sleeping.
Terrifying.
Horrifying, in fact. Some might say, at least. We all have stories of such creatures. We all have relationships with them. Non-sexual, of course.
Allegedly.
Much like Jeff Goldblum in The Fly 1986, we are changing the world with this very podcast. We got a lot to talk about. Spiders, the general term of bugs, creepy crawlies. We were debating like roly-polies, beetles,
You're getting too specific.
slugs here. I just think the general,
Those fit into the bug category.
yeah, just like that kind of thing.
Everything.
Yeah, I think that. Like I said, if it has like a creepy crawler, scorpions, if it has like a creepy crawler mold, then it should be in this category. For sure. Did you guys have creepy crawlers? You probably had an Easy Bake Oven, not to sound sexist.
I actually didn't.
Dylan, creepy crawlers?
The
creepy crawlers.
Are you referring to the Easy Bake Oven like thing?
For guys, yeah, like you
Yeah.
put the bugs.
I had it.
You did?
Oh, yeah.
Did you do salad colors? Did you do like mixed
Dude,
colors?
I don't even remember. I know I only ever used the first pack of stuff you got, and it never got used again.
Really? Dude, I was like, I need more.
I honestly didn't even really know that you could buy more. Like I thought it would be like a chore, so I didn't buy.
Didn't we all? That's what the parents wanted you to think. It's just like he's on his fucking creepy crawler fad, like just making bugs.
So it was like here you can make like 2 cookies and then some gummies, and that's it. It's like I was like, all right, cool, done with that. That was fun.
I think I made those. I didn't have an Easy Bake Oven.
No,
I think
Easy
I
Bake
made
Oven.
those.
It was literally Easy Bake Oven, but for boys.
It was just like
That's
fucking
all it was.
Black and green.
Instead of pink and purple, it was it was like green and purple. Me and my brother would make them and like sell them at the mailbox. We're like in our youth.
The hustle. How many shekels?
So 50 cents each,
Ooh,
or
half a shekel.
or you get 3 for $1.
Whoa!
deal. You want what you want? A worm? You want a green worm? We take requests. It's a great time.
Now we on the corner selling that dope.
Yeah.
Look at us. Look at us. Started from the bottom.
So yeah, just general creepy crawlers. Spiders, bugs, that sort of thing. This really started with the conversation me and Lady A had. We were talking about a spider that we both know. You want to?
Well, we were talking about multiple spiders.
We were, but not the same spider, but the same
Similar
spider
situation.
actions. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we were talking about spiders because I don't even know how we got on the topic,
Well,
honestly.
I always ask you guys, and I probably should have started off this way.
I know what you say.
I probably should have started off this whole podcast in the spirit. Are you guys good on spiders?
Good on spiders. That's one of
Dylan,
the first things
Hand me
he said to me over here.
Hand me that pink spider, fresh off the web. No, the pink one. Anyone's fine. Just give me a goddamn spider. Perfect. Dylan,
You good on spiders?
are you good on spiders?
I mean, they don't bother me.
They don't bother you.
It's just a spider.
I just don't want them necessarily on me.
I
But
don't-
you've seen me with one on me
You handled it
Calmly-
like a champ, dog.
calmly stand up from I was in a restaurant. I stood up, walked outside, and blew it off of my arm and came back inside and sat down. Because if I can see what is crawling on me, then you're probably going to get like a pretty rational reaction. If I can't see it, if it's like dark and I don't know what's crawling on me, no, all bets are off.
Just like flailing.
Yeah, I mean, I just want it off of me.
Yeah, it's probably more scared of you than you are of it.
Oh, sure. And I used to be the one who, like, cricket got in the house. I had to go catch the cricket, take it outside, that kind of stuff.
Interesting point. I have a counterpoint.
Uh-oh.
Go on.
Why is it that anytime there's a bug in my house, even though 2 people live there, only one person's job? I didn't sign up for that shit.
Sound like Andrew Tate right here.
I didn't
Dylan.
sign no waiver. I don't remember applying for this job of exterminator. I got a friend, shout out Josh. You can call him. He is experienced in this.
You're
He'll
going to
get-
call him up to come kill one spider.
He'll get right underneath your house. Me? No. I don't
You
fuck
saying you
with
don't
that.
like having to kill the spiders?
I don't like that it's inherently my job.
I get it.
I'm not against killing the spiders. Now, personally, I always try to save bugs. If I can
I do
get
too.
it, if I can get it into a cup,
Yep.
easily,
Get it outside.
that's
sure.
fine. Now I'm not gonna go out of my way. Like if the spider makes any kind of like wrong move, it's sort of like a hostage sitch. Like
If it's like, I'm not going to catch this and it's going to go away and then I'm not going to know where it is.
yeah, it's like sorry, bud, you're dead. You're dead.
I kind of had a rule with my kids, actually. I said, if they're in our house, then it's up to us what we do with them. If we're in their house, which is outside, leave them alone.
Yeah, I'm not ever gonna like stomp a spider like outside. Like that's their.
But kids do that.
their-
You have to teach them
Kids
that.
definitely do that.
Place. That's their place. They can.
All right,
just
can
be
I
there.
respond to this a little bit? So, unless you have more, but you were talking about basically you have to be the one.
Yeah. Why is it always the guy? It's like, hey, I have been at game night, which is a house over from my house. Okay, we live in like townhouses. I'm at the next door neighbor's house, and I'll get called. Hey,
Can you come over?
you got to
and-
get back over here. There's a
It's
bug.
There's a
an
spider.
emergency.
and it's not even like always a spider. It'll be like a cricket or just like anything. And I'm like, bruh.
Can I say that's not the case everywhere? Because, at my house, the only time I usually ask for help is if it's on the ceiling because I'm short.
Well, you're a rarity because every girlfriend I've ever had, and I'm not saying that all women are like afraid. I'm not making some grand declaration about women here, but I'm saying in every relationship I've ever had, it's been suddenly by virtue of being there, it's my responsibility.
No, like if I wait and I don't get it, it might disappear before you can get it. So like literally the biggest thing I ever do is I'm like, kid, come here, watch this thing. I'm going to get something. I'll be right back. Just make sure you know where it goes.
Do you guys have a weapon of choice? Shoe, newspaper.
I like shoes, but sometimes I'll just grab like a paper towel or a piece of
flip-flop.
tissue. But Dylan, this is one of the things we were talking about. This is the story we were actually alluding to, and I didn't get to it a second ago. I allowed a spider to live in my window. It was in my bathroom. It's like over the tub that I don't use because this is another whole story. My tub
So
is
this spider
stupid.
saw you naked.
I guess
With
so.
all 8
This
eyes.
is like some weird version of like the Bee movie.
This is not where I was going with the story at
Some
all.
weirder version.
All right. So anyway, we digress. Basically, it was hanging out in the window. Every time I saw this thing, it had been working hard. There were dead bugs all in there.
Killing it, if you will.
It what literally. I mean, it was killing it at killing it, you know?
That's a friend at that point.
And so I'm watching this thing and it never moves from that spot. It doesn't run. It's not whatever. And it's like I said, it's over my tub that I don't use because my tub will not fill up properly. There's the emergency valve on my tub is too low. So I don't use this thing. So it's like in the corner. It's hard to reach and it's doing a job. I was like, you know what? As long as you stay right there, and you do your job.
You gotta tell it. You have to.
I did. I was like, then you can stay. And that thing lived in that window until the day it died.
And that was what brought upon this conversation.
That is what brought this conversation.
Because I had a very similar story where I had a spider in the corner of my room catching those bugs, doing his thing. And I'm like, hey, man, you take this quadrant. I won't fuck with you, but you stay in this quadrant. And he did.
I like you just casually added a TH to quadrant.
Quadrant.
Quadrant?
Yeah.
Quadrant? This is...
Quadrant.
All right, well, I learned something new today. But yeah, I won't kill a bug. Like I said, I spared the spider. He did his thing. I don't like to kill bugs. I've held funerals for bugs. I've buried them
I've seen them.
What a
mercifully.
millennial.
Put a stone and a little cross
He's taken
there.
his screen out of his window to like let a bug out.
Yeah, totally. I do my best. With that said, I'm not above killing bugs. Mosquitoes? Fuck them.
They all deserve to die.
Fuck them. What I'll do sometimes is like let them bite me and then just like
Yes,
flex
and
my
then flex
muscle
the muscle and hold
and
them
hope
in and
they
they can't fly
die.
away.
And then as their like body is just bursting of my own blood, and then I tell them like, hey, fuck you, and then kill them. But with other bugs, there's some bugs, and I say a lot of stuff on this podcast. Some stuff, most of it I don't remember. Dare I say, speak in hyperbole at times. This one's truth. And my brother can confirm this. I have a replica sword of Sting from Lord of the Rings. If there's like something I need to kill, a wasp, a roach, I'm hunting it down with that sword every time. 100%. Just grabbing that sword like, oh, we need a bug killed? I'm grabbing the sword, I'm hunting it down. I am a slayer in the heat of battle. They have
It's
tough
hard to
exos-
imagine Chris chasing something with
They
a
have
sword.
tough exoskeletons. Sometimes it takes multiple swings if you're lucky. You get that head off in one slice. decapitation.
While we're talking about taking pleasure in killing certain bugs
Oh, talking about the praying mantis?
at work, the flies. Dude, flies are bad.
Flies die.
Thanks to the produce store.
Yeah, that's where they're coming in. Not the two doors that are constantly open. Every 5 seconds, a customer walks in, and there's two of them, and they never close. Definitely not those that are also right near the deli area.
No, it's the produce store.
Yeah, it's the
open.
one that has like a fan that blows down to prevent flies from coming in, and then also another barrier door. It's not that.
No.
For sure.
So we do have a bit of a fly problem. It's Virginia. It's not like our food line.
It's Gina, baby.
It's not like our food line is like unnecessarily dirty or anything like that. We do a very good job keeping our food line clean.
It's just the dumpster's like 30 feet from the door.
It's Virginia.
And there's fruit.
Flies. There's flies. There's fruit. There's chicken. They're
like,
they
ooh, are those
love
mangoes leaking a little bit? I kind of want some of that.
So,
Fun fact about fruit flies:
Yeah.
they were the first animal that was launched into space.
Really?
Yep.
Good. Fuck them.
How much tax dollars went to that amount of jet fuel?
People are mad.
I mean, I
People
guess
are
they
mad.
figure
We're sending flies to space and giving money to Ukraine, but we can't feed our people down at home.
though they were probably like, well, we'll send some fruit flies. Like, if they die, whatever.
So I have two preferred methods of eradicating, basically just like a genocide that they don't even understand.
The fruit flies.
So I have two favorite methods. I have a method that is more of like I know I'm going to get this fly and I'm just trying to kill it, which is take a squirt bottle of sanitizer, get the jet setting, pop that thing. It can't fly. You just smash it. Usually you just like spray them off the counter and they go to the ground. You smash them.
Okay.
But sometimes I'm feeling a little vindictive.
That's how I feel with my sword. I'm just
So,
like, you're gonna suffer. You have scorned my family. You must pay and rue the day.
So in a similar vein, I'll take a bread knife, which if you don't know what a bread knife is, it's a very, very long serrated knife.
I found one at the playground one
It's
time.
not important that it's serrated. It's important that it's long. It's thin, and it's.
You do your best Dexter impression.
Dude, you can just like if you catch it right, like if it's like laying on a counter and you just nestle it on the counter a solid 6 inches behind the fly and just go and just pop that thing, you can obliterate them.
Nice.
And there is
Nice.
nothing more satisfying than feeling the tink of a fly.
You feel like a
that
fucking
you just
samurai.
hit, like a perfect base. No, flat end.
Okay.
Flat end.
Oh, you're swatting this
What
thing.
is this? The flat end of what? I missed it.
Of
bread
a
knife.
bread knife.
Okay.
So flat end of a bread knife, you just kind of like put it on the counter, flies here, bread knife here, about 6 inches back, and just whah! And when you feel that little tink, and you see that fly go and hit the fucking wall or something, oh, it's the best.
It's like
It's like crack.
it's like the fucking Matrix when they hit the wall and slide down.
It's like yeah, he's just like.
I've literally had one time where I was like, I killed a fly with like a pencil. I just was like,
Nice.
I mean-
I can also catch the shit out of him.
oh yeah, catch him in
That's
your
a-
hand.
Yeah,
that's
I've
real-
definitely caught a fly
I,
Yeah.
before.
I can just casually walk through the deli and just go and fucking grab
Yep.
one.
I hate lazy flies, the ones that are just like moseying around. Like, come on, give me some effort.
Give me a little challenge
yeah,
here.
like come on, like I could swat you down, but like I don't even want to. It's like
It's like the pistachios that are like basically like almost all the way open. It's like what's the point?
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah, it's like
I want this for the challenge.
yeah, totally.
Can I tell you something really funny?
Please.
Okay.
Chomping at the bit over there. She's been bugging about this.
Bugging. Haha. So you read the Metamorphosis, and he was a bug, right? You talked
Yeah,
about that.
so I have some notes on the
Okay.
metamorphosis here.
Can I tell you what I have, and then if you have anything different, you can. This might be the same thing you have, though. You might
Shout
be
out Franz
upset.
Kafka.
Yes, Franz Kafka. So you were talking about how you didn't know how big the bug was.
Yeah, do they explain that?
Apparently, Kafka wanted to leave that a little bit ambiguous.
I thought so.
According to this was an article I read. It said he prohibited images of Gregor. So if you see a book with a picture, it's him in human form. It's not in bug form. And it says in a 1915 letter to his publisher, he stipulated, quote, "The insect is not to be drawn. It is not even to be seen from a distance," end quote. So I thought that was interesting. Now, there were some words when translated that mean large or gigantic or big. So I don't think it's like a tiny bug, but I think it's meant to be ambiguous.
I think there's definitely more messages about just like metamorphosizing, growing, turning into a pupae.
You've ever done like the butterflies? Like where you get the caterpillars and you watch the whole process of metamorphosis?
I went to the Smithsonian where they had like all the stages.
No, we raised
Metapods
we raised
IRL.
Metapods. We raised some butterflies, released them a couple years back, and I've even done ladybugs. You can buy like little baby ladybugs, by the way, in larva form.
Really? You hate ladybugs?
What? They're so cute.
They're adorable.
Have you ever fucking smelled them?
No.
If they pee, no, is it just when they pee on you?
No, they are the most disgusting.
You've
Bruh.
never smelt a sloth.
Listen to me right now. Smells do not bother me. I can like drive my car through a
You drank Frogman today.
You wouldn't even drink that. You made us drink it first.
I can drive my car through a herd of fucking skunks and be fine. But the smell of ladybugs haunts me.
Apparently, we need to go sniff some ladybugs, Chris.
Dude, my house had them so bad one time, and I hated them, so I'd like catch them and I'd fucking crush them. And I was also dealing with like the whole stepmom thing. Shout out that pod. So there was some like anger built up. I took it out on the ladybugs. But man, the smell. Oh my god, I hated the smell. I can smell a ladybug in this room.
Really?
I hate it. It is such a
That's impressive.
it is such an obnoxious smell.
That's weird.
That is crazy.
Now this is pre-COVID,
Right.
So you can't smell anything now.
No, I don't know.
I'm gonna start stacking ladybugs and just hide them in your chair.
I'm gonna know.
I'll get some more larva and we can.
Is there
is there ladybug in
is
here?
there ladybugs?
Christian? Ladybug? Question mark?
No, seriously though, we did them from like larva. They're really cool looking. You wouldn't imagine when you see the larva
Dude,
form that that's what
I
turns into a
love how
ladybug.
I love how they just like wiggle around and like wrap themselves up.
Is that what
And
they
then-
do?
Yeah, dude. They just like little worms just like soaking their whole body up and they
I
wrap
really
it
wish
up
we had
like a
video
sleeping bag.
to see Chris imitate the walking ladybugs.
And then they turn to goo. Their whole body just turns to fucking goo, and then they reform
Sounds
as a
like us in
butterfly.
DC.
Yeah, pretty much. Do you guys ever catch any bugs as a child? Anything
well,
like
yeah,
that?
like lightning bugs.
Yeah, lightning bugs.
Basically anything. You know the like rhinoceros beagle thing that you like buried or whatever?
Yes.
We would even catch those, and we found out they would eat cucumber.
I'm afraid of them.
Oh, they don't do any. They're so slow. They can't.
I know.
Speaking of
But they got a
burying
horn.
bugs, can I just shout out my brother Danny? He was always a bit of a misfit. He would like catch wasps and put them in
I will
matchboxes.
kill wasps.
He would put them in No, he didn't kill them.
You said he
would.
buried them
He put them in matchboxes and then he buried them
alive.
all over the
That's-
all over the
that's
yard.
wild.
That's metal as like that's metal.
I was actually leaving work today, and there was a wasp nest right above the pharmacy exit. I was like, "Ooh, we need to do something about that."
Oh man.
There's another time my brother had a wasp nest in his room, which was across the hall here, and I had a assault rifle, which is like
Assault gun.
like a bug assault.
A
It's like
quote
it
unquote
shoots.
assault. SALT.
Yes,
rifle.
it shoots salt.
Yep. I'm
So
familiar.
there's like 4 or 5 of these like wasps, and I'm just like fucking like Duke Nukem them the fuck out of them, just like pump action, just and they're not dying because they're wasps, but their wings are getting just obliterated. They're fucked up, so they're like wingless wasps at this point. But there's a few of them with wings, and my brother like vacuumed them up. Damn, they didn't climb out.
Oh,
Bro, they're relentless. Fuck wasps.
wasps,
I will kill
mud
them.
diggers. Like, oh, they're bad.
I will kill them
Sometimes.
all the time.
I have a thing with bees. Now, I don't hate bees, and I damn sure don't kill bees.
You ever been stung?
Yes. Point being, my grandparents were farmers. By the time I came around, they'd settled down. But my like all their old farm equipment, and I mean like heavy duty farm equipment, like combines and shit. They had like old combines just out in the woods. They just kind of got parked, forgotten about. I always thought it was cool. So I'd go like, they're like, hey, put me up in the combine. So my grandpa would open up the combine, put me up in the combine. And it's all just like forested over and stuff. But I got up in there one day and he shut the door. Boy, did a wasp nest go crazy.
That's
Or
terrifying.
a bee's nest. It was like a beehive sort of thing in there. There was a bee. And this bee, man, he stung me. And more bees stung me. And my grandpa couldn't get me out because like the door, like once he shut it, like he just couldn't get it open. It's so old and like rusty. So I was stuck in this tiny little space with all these bees. And it was not a good time.
Sounds really traumatic.
Yeah, I'm not nearly as afraid of bees as I am of like closed spaces now. Like that definitely.
Yeah.
Claustrophobia.
That'll do it.
That didn't help. That didn't
yeah,
help.
being stuck with bees would suck.
But one time I did have a fun little game I was playing with myself. So like I'm never gonna see like combat, hopefully. But every year for Easter, I make Kayla a Easter basket.
Make.
Yeah.
Literally make.
Yeah, I go into the woods and I
Yeah.
craft her out of vines and stuff from the woods. I make her a basket.
Just imagine you're like a work desk with a hammer, just.
Nope.
No, it's like woven.
Yeah, the woods are my desk. I go outside and I just cut down vines and I make a basket. But one time I did it and the bees were crazy in this little patch of woods where I do this. And I was like, well, I got to get this done because it was literally Easter. She was out getting like stuff from my basket. I got to finish this up. So I was like, I'm just going to play a fun little game with myself. I'm going to pretend I'm in combat. And if I get stung, I get stung. Like, got hit, not a big deal. And it was kind of like fun after that. But I had like bees just sipping. I don't know how I stayed so calm because I realized where I was and had to work and stuff. There was bees everywhere. Oh, I just wasn't a fan. I was a little bit freaking out, but I got it done. Got the basket done.
Nice, very nice. Yeah, bees can be scary. Bees are great because they do give us honey.
Oh yeah.
They pollinate shit.
Bees are great. I don't ever want to kill a bee. Don't ever want to kill a bee. I will do everything I can to not kill a bee.
I mean, unless it's coming after me.
The worst
If it's
thing
coming after
I ever
me, all bets
did,
are off.
I never been stung by a bee. God bless, right? The worst thing I ever did to a bee,
Yellow jacket.
and I was a kid, so what we did was like we caught it was like 24 bees, and we stuffed them in like a Sunny D container, because like we're just trying to catch bugs, and we're doing it on a budget, so we didn't have like the magnifying glass and like Dollar Tree container where you catch bugs. We just had a Sunny D jar,
I just had a mason jar for my lightning bugs.
and we just like ripped some grass off the ground, like that'll work.
Shout out being broke.
Yeah, for sure. Another thing me and my cousin would do, we'd dig up like whatever like had been laying around for a while, boards, old tires, that
Old
sort of
pieces,
stuff.
Yeah.
Find those grubs, those thick ass white, fucking,
Did you eat them?
We didn't eat them, but what we would do is we'd get the car jack and like crank it up to the top level and stick him in there, and just pull the lever and just squish them. It's great. We did that for
Wow.
like a whole year. A whole school year, just crush
like
them.
a shitty guillotine.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's pretty much what it
Very
was.
Robespierre.
Yeah, it was great. That was me in first grade.
That sounds good.
And also now, if you guys are trying to crush some bugs sometimes,
Come on over. I don't want to kill any bugs, but if you want to crush them with a death machine.
if we could find some grubs to crush, I'm all about it.
Grub Crush. There's an ad in there somewhere.
Oh my
The
gosh,
grub
you know what?
crusher.
I just thought of this story just because you were talking about that. I was thinking about the cicadas. You know how you like see the little exoskeletons like left all over the place? I used to put them on my shirt as a kid and like walk in the house and like freak my mom out, and whatnot.
Oh yeah, the fake
So,
ones.
so
Those
I
are
taught
cool.
my sister to do. I mean, not my sister. I probably did teach her too, but I taught my daughter. So now she puts them on and like goes into my mom's house. It's hilarious. But I actually did an outdoor music festival in Pennsylvania in probably, I guess it was like 2002. And it happened to be the year of the 17-year locusts.
Nice.
And we were rehearsing and performing outdoors. So like you're like
plague conditions.
no, you're like sitting out there, and it was on actually a boat. It was in port that year. They used to actually torpid down the
Just
Mississippi.
a bunch
and
of
stuff, but
bugs trying to.
you
fuck.
would be playing, and imagine how much the instruments attracted the cicadas. You'd be playing, they'd be like flying around you, crawling on you.
Like, yo, I think that
like-
woodwind's trying to fuck.
They were awful. It was absolutely insane. Like
That sounds horrible.
they don't do anything though. Like I feel like if you can just be logical about it, there were some people we were up on like seats and we were like in raised seats, so if you were not careful, you could like fall off and hurt yourself. But I was just like, for the most part, again, like I said, if I know what it is and I know the facts about it, they don't bite you, they don't do anything. They're just really large.
Yeah,
and-
even like bees, like they want that carbon dioxide. So if you like don't breathe and panic, they're gonna
Yeah,
fuck
if like even to be, I mean, that's actually the time I got stung though, because my mom's like, well, just don't do anything, just it'll go away. It landed on my cheek. I was sitting on the swing. It landed on my cheek. She's like, oh, it won't sting you if you leave it alone. And it just was like, yeah, just kidding, and like stung me right in the cheek.
and then it died.
Hopefully,
What are you gonna do? All right, I got a question for you guys. Millipedes, too many legs?
Bro, I literally
Too many
wrote,
legs.
wrote down not a fan of too many legs, centipedes and shit.
which ones are the ones that are dangerous though? I think it's the centipedes, right?
Yeah, centipedes
Probably.
can be poisonous. Some of them can.
Venomous.
Sure, whatever you want to be.
Some of them are.
If
Whatever
they
they are.
bite you and inject you, it's venom.
Yeah.
If you do it by touching it, it's
Poisonous.
poisonous.
Yeah.
Fuck them all. That's what I'm gonna say.
I agree.
Too many legs. Too many.
I don't want
legs.
to die by a bug. My
I love legs.
Scorpions,
But not those.
Yeah.
they're fun.
You're not a fan of the legs? Why they gotta have so many?
I don't know.
It's just absurd.
It is like do better, evolution.
It's like
I swear I just see like a mosquito flying around you right now.
It's like uncanny, and it's just like, ugh, I just don't.
You could probably like lose half the legs and still be pretty okay.
I think you could
little
lose
too
use,
much.
like a lot of them.
Yeah.
I don't like finding them.
Earwigs
Gross.
crawl in your ears.
What a shitty name.
I know. What about the little flipper ones that like snap and like?
That was what was in my sleeve.
Yeah, and you just handle it like a G. Imagine having a fucking flipper bug in your
I was
shirt.
like,
This is
I
her.
felt it on my arm. This is why the screen got opened because he didn't want me to kill it. And it was like I felt it, and then I reached and I couldn't find it, and I was like, oh, I don't know where it is. And finally, I figured out it was inside my sleeve, flipping, trying to get out. And I just like reached up there and got it, and I'm like, all right, now what?
All right, what do you guys think about moths?
They're okay.
They're
They
all right.
Fly in my face. I'm not gonna be
They're all right unless they get in your cardboard boxes when you're moving, and then they're awful.
Yeah, mothballs and stuff. Terrible smell.
Oh, I don't like mothballs. I use cedar balls.
I love thrifting, but I don't like that smell. So that's probably the worst part of
Moths
moths.
is the crap they use to get rid of them.
Horseflies.
Awful.
Fuck 'em.
Die.
Fuck them.
They're awful.
Dude, like nothing's ever made me dive underwater so fast.
Seriously.
That's like the
Seriously.
international. It's like someone's like, yeah, horsefly on you.
See, and I'm the opposite. I'm
Underwater.
like, be still. I don't tell them it's a horsefly because I'm going to smack you, and you're going to be mad at me for smacking you. But now that horsefly is dead, and he ain't going to mess with us anymore.
Charlotte's Web. What you guys think about that?
Such a sad little story.
Pretty sad.
Ditto.
Pretty sad.
But I loved it. It was a good story. And I've seen like multiple versions of the movies, I think.
Speaking of stories, though, I actually forgot to bring this in last week as a news story. But they're talking about spiders have dreams. They go through REM sleep. Like, you know, when we go through REM sleep, our eyes, rapid eye movement.
Yeah.
All 8 of them just like clearly
I'd
going
like
through
to
some
know
sort of consciousness
what kind of study
simulation.
they did to
Let's
figure
harness
that out.
power.
Yeah.
Right?
That's who knows. How about bug themed superheroes? We got like Spider-Man, Ant-Man,
I'm the wrong guy to talk to.
Beetleborgs, big bad Beetleborgs. Nobody? Ant-Man? Did I say Ant-Man?
There's definitely some good stuff in Adult Swim.
Spider-Man's pretty great.
Wasn't there like a villain in Aqua Teen Hunger Force?
No, but there was a villain in Venture Brothers, the Monarch. Butterflies? They're great.
Moth. Well,
I
yeah.
like butterflies.
I like
Pretty good.
butterflies.
Okay.
Favorite bug?
Oh. You should have told me if we were doing favorite bug.
I mean, we're thinking about it. We've gone through like a good fair amount.
It'd be funny as if somebody said ladybugs.
Stinky whores.
Stink bugs? Fuck 'em.
No.
I don't have a favorite bug. Like I'm not like
No?
like against most of them. Like most bugs in me are chill, so long as you're not like
Yeah, I agree.
in my personal space in my grill.
I mean, like cool
We're
bugs,
good.
like praying mantis is a really cool bug.
Like I said, it was a couple years ago. I tweeted like, I
Females in
guess
metal.
I've always liked spiders, so you know, spiders.
Yeah,
pretty
probably.
rad. Spider web's pretty nice. Shout out, No Doubt. You know, Bugs
I
Bunny.
sang that
What you guys
one.
think about that?
Bugs Bunny.
Bugs Bunny. No.
Close enough. What are we talking about? I forgot.
Any final words you guys got on bugs, insects, the greater lore of?
I mean, I have so many things down here. We don't need to talk about all of it.
Okay, Dylan. How about you?
I think I got it.
All right, spiders and our relationships with them, and the extension of other bugs and creepy crawlers.
Shout out bugs.
All right.
That was fun.
I would totally be a bug taxidermist if I had the funds and the time. Cool stuff. Just put bugs on your wall. Moths in a frame.
You just keep getting weirder.
Yep. I need money for that though. So
How do we get it?
how do we get this money?
I think with a little bit of ad revenue, possibly.
Commercial breaks?
Let's do it.
Rigorous support for Sounds Obtuse podcast is provided by the following.
J.O. Pedometer. It's like a pedometer for jerking off. Count how many steps you'd take if jerk-off motions were steps. Simply attach J.O. Pedometer to your wrist to start tracking your progress and averages. Go for a speed run, or even hit a new high score with worldwide leaderboards. Widely acclaimed and officially endorsed by world record jerk-off champion Emerson Tug Johnson.
Before J.O.'s pedometer, my pump was pathetic, but now I'm coming gallons a day.
Each J.O. smartwatch pedometer and tracker is built to inspire and inform your journey. So J.O. with another great product from Yucko & Co., the proud makers of Bonar, the Boner Sonar, your penile friends in combat. So yeah, what happened was, Yucko and Company.
Yeah. What they do?
So you're familiar with Harry's Razors, right?
Oh, yeah.
Not a sponsor,
No.
but you've heard the ads,
Yeah.
and you know how they bought the company that makes the razors.
Mhm.
Well, Yucko, it's a huge sponsor of the pod.
Bought pedometers
They did.
and just like attached like wristbands
Yes.
instead of
They said, you know what? We really love what Bonar's doing, and they're about to get on this pedometer game. We need to invest. We need to get it now.
Yeah.
So
Shut up and take my money. Am I right?
So our podcast basically has brought these two superpowers together.
Yeah.
So
Look at what we're doing.
it's beautiful.
I mean, they're helping us. We're helping them. And I gotta say, man, like leaderboards,
High scores?
man, I've been dominating that shit. I got mine the other day. I have been just absolutely crushing it. I see you up there.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm not too far behind.
You're making strides.
My blood pressure usually goes up a little more, but I think I don't know something. Maybe it's what are you, Irish?
Yeah, it's
probably what it is.
It's probably that.
That's probably what it is. Well, thank you, JO Pedometer, huge sponsor. What an amazing technology! Really a killer app.
Your
Just-
friends in penile combat.
Yeah, that's them. And we're back. Thank you guys for supporting the podcast. We love you. We couldn't do it without you. But we got a new thing we're doing. We're rating stuff. What are we rating today, Dylan?
Playground equipment.
Playground equipment. I have my favorites.
We're gonna have some possible fun times, some possible death traps.
Possible.
Might be make some fun.
What we got first?
We got the merry-go-round.
The merry-go-round.
Absolute death trap.
That was like my favorite.
Yeah, I don't think I've gotten hurt more on anything but the merry-go-round.
Dude, the merry-go-rounds were off limits
Dizziness?
until 4th grade.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I've never been restricted as far as any playground equipment goes, other than the merry-go-round.
We were in
That
my,
must have been a thing with y'all's time.
in
Probably.
my elementary school. The merry-go-round was for 4th graders and up, and that wasn't like some like student code. It was literally the teachers were like, "Don't you dare get on that merry-go-round," because a kid got like dragged beneath it and broke his arm into like pieces.
That's how you do it.
That's horrible.
Yeah,
I mean,
like,
I
for
have
real.
some injuries from playgrounds, but it wasn't the merry-go-round. I loved the merry-go-round.
It's great.
I was so mad
It's
when
dangerous,
they just at some point they just took it out.
Exactly.
'cause
Exactly.
that-
It wasn't limited to a certain age. They eventually just
Exactly.
took it out. It was
like,
done.
Too many kids have died.
And also, like, when I went back to the playground as, like, a young, like, an old teen or, like, a young adult, I would always go on the merry-go-round because it's, like, the most dangerous thing you could possibly do.
I like to live life
That's
dangerously.
why I like roller coasters.
You know, if I had to rate this, though, like,
What are we rating this out of?
What
or how
about
are
it's
we?
fun?
it is great.
Oh wow, I'm dizzy as shit, and maybe my arm's broken. Like
You
Yeah.
could like hang off that
Yeah,
thing and
you
like
have to
fly
hang on.
around.
that's what happened to the kid, and he stuck his hand underneath trying to pull himself back, and he got.
You know, I'll say C.
destroyed.
Just a solid, like, middle of the road.
I
Like,
think it is a C. I
like,
was
like
gonna say.
you're going to get hurt at the playground, but C. Maybe a D, but I think we have some worse ones,
I
probably.
think so. I think
Probably
we
some
can do a
worse ones.
C.
I'm not sure if I would have gone down to C, but since y'all both agree, I'm not going to
Yeah.
fight you on it.
A B? You're saying B?
B minus maybe.
C.
C.
A B minus and 2 C's is definitely a C.
I know. I'm not gonna fight you on it.
C plus if we're being stupid about it. So we got the slide.
The slide.
I think there's a caveat here. I'm gonna say two things. I'm gonna say plastic and metal.
Yeah,
They're
I was gonna say
definitely
they're so different.
They are two different.
very
things.
different. And you never see like a metal twisty slide. It's always
No.
a plastic twisty slide.
Yeah, it's
So
always.
we're gonna
like,
talk about both of them.
It's always like a fun, twisty plastic slide that'll burn your legs a little bit, but it's okay. And then there's the metal death traps that are just like.
That
That
just
leads
melts your
into-
flesh.
It
Yeah.
just
And
looks like someone like ripped off part of a roof and just.
can I
put-
tell you how that was everybody's favorite?
I was
when
gonna say. I
and
love
it was
the
like as
slide.
tall as the school.
I
It was
love
so
the
tall.
slide.
You would climb
It
all the way up
seemed like
there.
it was just like up in the clouds.
It was so high, and you would go up there and you would slide down so fast. You'd burn a little bit, and then you'd fly off the end.
Yeah.
I mean, it was great.
Crack your skull against the
I
ground.
will
They
say-
took that out too eventually because people kept getting
I
hurt.
will say, aside from like the burning of your thighs,
Right.
metal slide is far superior.
Oh, for sure. Somebody told me that they would get wax paper and sit on it.
They did that. They recently opened a slide in Detroit, I believe it is. It's like one of those big wavy slides, and people are getting hurt. They might as well just
Oh,
call
I
it
saw. Yeah, they like
class
didn't-
action slide.
They like didn't calibrate it right.
No
so,
way.
Like,
They didn't put wax on it, and if they did put wax on it, it melted because it's so fucking hot.
I saw a video of people getting messed up on that thing.
So there's good and bad slides. Do you want to rate plastic and metal separate, or just like slide in general and
I'm
average it
gonna
out?
honestly say it's like plastic slides like C minus, and the metal slide is like C+ to me.
I told
They're
you.
not that good.
So would you just put C for slides?
Yeah, I think slide in general is just like a solid C.
Yeah. Yeah, I had nothing
Lady A, you
crazy
got
about
a
that.
different opinion?
I like all of these better than you guys do.
You grew up in a different time.
Yeah. You
I
didn't
think
have
that's
some of
gotta
the
be
things that we had.
That's got to be it. Yeah, we
Maybe because I got to enjoy it like for so long.
You were going from like
really figured
hopscotch and
out.
jump rope to like, you know,
I mean, it was there. It was already there.
swings.
swings. One of my favorites. You
That's
can
so much fun.
you can do it alone.
Yep.
Just so great. You can do like the double
Jumping
dog
off the swing?
pushes.
Jumping
You jump off a
Oh
swing.
man, jumping off the swing made you feel
Yes.
baller
Yeah,
as
just get the
shit.
timing right.
Yep.
The coolest jump. Yeah, one time I jumped off and kind of came straight back down onto the same swing.
Do you remember when you
Knocked the
graduated?
wind out of myself.
Do you remember when you graduated from like the little kiddie swing that
Oh,
had like
yeah.
the front?
bucket?
Suddenly you're just
yeah,
free.
yeah. And you're like,
just free
oh
going.
shit.
I don't remember that because, like, I can't imagine remembering that. Like, my kid switched at 3, so I don't remember.
I
that
like
was
swinging
3.
so hard, like you get that free fall moment, and then your shit just like jerks back and just.
I remember having anchors in my swing set at home because we would
Oh,
we would
yeah.
have like knocked that thing over.
I got
Definitely.
I sort of had like a, I don't know what you call it. I guess like a fetish almost, of Shut up. So I would I would make swings.
Mhm.
So this is when I was living with Bob. Okay, mom's cowboy husband Bob, fourth
Okay.
husband, and he had so much property that I would just like go walk around the property, and I'd find like this like rolling hill with like a lone tree, and I was like, I can make a swing right there. So I'd throw a rope over
I
it,
was gonna say.
piece of wood with 2 little notches out of it.
Mhm.
Boom.
Like, well, not technically a playground item, but like tire swings,
I mean, tire swings are cool, but
tree swings.
I
or
really,
even
yeah,
just like that rope with the little disc on it that you just sit on.
yeah, like
Yes.
I always
Yeah,
use
yeah.
just a little piece of wood with 2 little notches in it. You throw a loop over a tree, tie it, boom, you're good to go.
Even
That's
like
it.
porch swings, like
Yeah,
Mm.
I love sitting on a porch. Swing,
honestly,
just-
That
like,
rocking motion.
yeah. I mean, hell, even at Busch Gardens they have like the swings, and it's like the.
I just rode it the other
swings.
day with my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say swings are an A tier at least,
oh yeah.
like for sure.
I mean, honestly, like looking at the list,
It's the best one we got.
it's probably the best one we got.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think there's one that might be better than swings.
For me, swings are probably A tier, if not S tier, because like swings are like one of the things you just sit on and contemplate life. Like you can sit on a swing and brew.
And
100%
it's-
agree.
It's for all ages.
Like I'm saying A. If you guys say S, that's 2 votes for S. Is that like easy move to an S tier, which I'm totally fine
I'm
with.
thinking S tier for the swings.
I can go for that. Yeah.
S tier, all right. S tier for the swings. S for swings.
the teeter totter / the seesaw.
So I have a story about the teeter totter.
Oh god.
When I was 4 years old, our playground was in the what is that word you say that starts with G and ends in Edo? That's where we were.
I don't know.
And blacktop basketball, slide, metal, of course, but teeter totter. There was 2 teeter
This
totters.
is in Newport News.
Yes.
Yeah.
Trailer park. 2 teeter totters. And we lived right behind it. 2 teeter totters. One always had, just inexplicably, like half of the teeter totter was gone. Don't know where it went. Always, every time, no matter what. If it wasn't
It was
the one,
boarding up someone's window somewhere.
if it wasn't the one that had like the square, it was the one that had the round, and it was just half a teeter totter. Like you just go to the playground one day, like what happened to the half the just half the teeter totter?
Just half. I don't need the other half.
So there's always half a teeter totter, and I was sitting where the teeter totter would come down, and my brother, you can ask him about this. Perhaps it's some cruel joke. Maybe he was trying to kill me. We'll have to ask him
You
sometime.
like lift up the other side.
He lifted it and tossed it, and this thing came down, bolt just right on my head. I still have the scar.
Oh my god.
Wow.
True story. I laughed it
Attempted
off.
murder.
I laughed it off at first because you're like, ha ha ha, that's funny. Got hit in the head, but then I'm like, oh shit, this motherfucker threw a teeter totter heavy on a 4-year-old skull, 180 plus degrees. I might have brain damage, guys.
No, you definitely do.
Is that what happened?
So I have a love-hate relationship with teeter totters. 'Cause
I
it's
have
really
seen
fun.
so many injuries. I have seen kids at the park like fall off, bust their heads.
Yeah, it's
I've
basically
seen them
a
shoot off. If you have like a kid
Yeah,
that's
it's
too
catapult.
strong,
It's basically a
Yeah, you
catapult.
just like shoot them off.
Yeah, it depends. Like teeter totter it's team sport.
Yeah.
So it depends on your team.
You gotta work
You
together.
have someone jump off while you're like floating.
Yeah,
You're
if
like, oh,
don't-
you
if
fucking
you don't have
dickhead.
someone you can trust,
And then
Yeah.
you break your
you're gonna
tailbone.
have, you're gonna have some like sore nuts.
At that same teeter totter, there was this girl who would come around, and she was hefty. She was younger than me. She was probably
She was a biggin.
like 6, and I was like 8, so a little older. and she didn't seem to have too many friends, probably because she was a biggin. And I was, like I said, I was older, and she still had me up in the air, dog. Like, sorry, we couldn't do it. Can't seesaw.
I'm trying.
I can't.
You gotta scoot up a little bit, get that center of balance.
Yeah, there's none of
Distribute
that.
the weight.
None of that. So not only is it a fat shaming toy, it's dangerous.
Yeah, I think it's D tier on a bad day.
Yeah.
C tier on a good day.
Yeah.
I'm going D on that one.
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
D tier. I'm fine with D tier.
If you get like a really good partner, it can
It's
be
a
fun.
shame because you get like one of those ones that kind of rock, and like you said, if you get a great partner, but like there's just too many downsides.
The little 4-way ones. Oh man.
Oh, it's so long. It's been so long.
Some of your first sexual experiences, basically.
It's
So, yeah.
surprising
Tier-
almost.
Tier tower seesaw suck. Monkey bars. I can never do them, so I'm gonna say D tier. I was also a
It
big.
took a while to do them, but
was
if
also a
you
bigot.
could get on top and just like, yeah, I'm top shit. You know.
I just like to hang upside down.
Fall.
I like to
Fucking
hang upside
snap
down.
your
You
with
know
those
what?
bars.
They give you calluses as well on your arms.
You try to like swing, and you're like, oh god, that hurt.
And like, yeah, I'm looking at it as like a 30-year-old, and like I wouldn't do it now. But even as an 8-year-old, I'm like, this shit sucks.
You know what?
Isn't it
I'm
bad?
like, I'm like looking back. Swings is the only one I have any honestly like good opinion of. Everything else, I'm just like, what was the point? It just hurt. Like, nothing else.
Yeah, just
None of
climbing
it was
across.
None of it was
My,
fun.
my particular had like a big monkey bar swing, and then like had like a smaller like little kid swing. But yeah, I'd still say D tier for monkey bars. It's not my thing. I'm no gymnast.
You're going lower than that, aren't you, Dylan?
I mean, that's D tier.
Okay.
They're so
Like
dumb.
there's some fun to be had, but not much. It's mostly exercise equipment at that point.
It really is, actually.
Balance beam.
I like the balance beam.
The only what do you fucking do on it? Oh wow, I can walk on it and occasionally hurt my
It's
nuts
basically
really
a
bad.
wooden curb
Awesome.
in the middle of this fun playground.
All right, can I just say, though, I don't love the ones at the park.
You're a balance beam apologizer.
No, listen. I don't.
Apologist.
You got to let me finish. I don't like the ones at the park. I don't like the playground version, but I actually did balance beam in gymnastics when I was a kid, and I was really good. So I could do cool stuff. I could do cartwheels and stuff off the balance beams. And
I
stuff
want
like
I
that.
want my balance beam to have 3 or more segments. Most balance beams only have one, and it's like a high one and a low one, and they both suck.
Yeah, we don't all have Chinese blood, Lady A, so
Yeah.
we can't all enjoy the balance beam.
I don't have Chinese blood.
You know, like we've been talking a lot of shit about these D and C tiers. Balance beam. What is the lowest one we got? F tier?
It's like like F tier, honestly.
Hard F. Hard F.
What do you do?
It's barely a fucking.
Maybe you sit on it when all the other good seats are taken. Like I don't. That's the most I can say about it. Oh, cool. Oh wow, it's a beam.
It's a piece of wood that's slightly raised about maybe 3 to 6 inches from the
Yeah,
ground.
those suck. I'm not going to fight you
And-
on the
no,
playground version.
It might turn and it might raise a little bit if you're lucky.
Tetherball. It's great whenever the ball's actually attached to the pole.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
When it's there,
But boy, it's
Wonderful.
never there. I tell you, it's sort of like sort of like the ice cream machine at your local McDonald's.
like great.
It is
I
just
love a
always
McFlurry.
broken.
Fantastic.
Love a McFlurry when I can fucking get one.
And for that reason, I think it falls short of S tier.
Yeah, I think it's like a B tier.
I was gonna say A tier
I mean-
because it's great because again you can play it on your own and you can just punch that shit like
Maybe you convince
for an introvert, when their best friend didn't come to school that
me.
day,
Just taking it out
the
on
tetherball was the godsend. Let me tell you.
Except your
There's a
friend
reason Napoleon Dynamite was playing tetherball at the
Except your
end.
friend didn't come to school that day because he stole the tetherball.
Maybe that's
Oh, no.
why.
We saw you, Patrick. We all saw you.
So I would say A when it works. It keeps it just shy of S tier.
A when it works. A when it works. I'll concede on that. You over there? You think?
I didn't have tetherball.
Okay, fair enough. She has no idea. Never heard of it.
I know what it is.
Rock
I just didn't play
wall
with it.
/ climbing thing.
Yeah, climbing
Climbing.
thing mechanism.
But like,
I would say jungle gym. I think it's essentially the same.
I don't think
Yeah,
it's the same thing.
it's like a metal frame cage work of something that you would just like climb over.
It's
I mean, if you're including that, there was this thing I had that was made out of like metal pipes, and I fell off of that thing one time. And I fell
Probably.
like through this column and like hit every bar on the way down. It was really
Nice.
great.
I'd say
like the curved monkey bars that you like walk over kind of thing.
Yeah.
I was
that sort of
thinking like
stuff.
the walls that like straight up you
That
like
too.
climb, and we had those like we had an obstacle course that we would use like during gym class. We could also use it during like
I'm gonna say it's I'm gonna say like I'm between like a B and an A. Like it's fun. Like there's not really anything wrong with it. You kind of like know what you're getting.
Yeah, there's nothing
Climb
like, and
stuff.
I said nothing inherently wrong with it, but it definitely has a glass ceiling. So I'm fine with it.
I say B.
I'm fine putting that in B.
And the kid version of a mechanical bull, otherwise known as the Spring Rider.
The Spring Rider.
Those are so fun.
So
And I remember getting a little bit too carried away though, and you
Don't we all?
you always feel it. You go a little bit too far forward, and you're like, "Oh, I can't get back," and then the Spring Rider just dumps you. It's just like you're done.
So-
Your ride's over.
Spring Rider
Oof.
is honestly probably my personal favorite on this list because of all these things. Maybe aside from the swing, which I think we also put in S tier, I would actually get on today. You give me a Spring Rider that can hold me.
If you get a
I'm
good one
on it.
with a good spring,
Yeah,
you
and-
can
and
go like
so many
forward and
designs.
back, almost lay down. I've like almost
Yeah.
laid down on one of those things.
They're so sturdy. So many designs. Like one's a duck. Have you ridden like a Donald Duck Spring Rider? There's like dragons and so many different cool things, and you're just like rocking.
I've
what's
ridden the
better
ones
than
at
that?
Beaver Dam. Like
It's basically
As an
a swing, but attached to instead of attached to like the above you,
it's
attached
catch
below.
to the ground. Yeah.
Yeah. So I personally would say S tier on the Spring Rider.
I
But
wasn't.
I don't
a
know if
huge
you guys
fan.
feel that strongly about.
Where are
them.
you on it, Dylan?
I got dumped on it. I got dumped off of them pretty often. Again,
I did too, but that was
I'm
just
a bit of a chonkers. I definitely was a bit of a chonkers as a kid. It was sort of
when
like,
you
kid, this
can
is not for
ride
you.
them. When you can ride them, they're incredible.
When you can ride them, I'm sure they're great. So I will concede and say B tier.
B tier.
Should we go in the middle then? Are
Do
you
you like-
gonna say B?
Do you like
'Cause
Spring
I would
Riders?
I would have put them in A or S. So maybe we should go in the middle and go A.
Yeah, that's fine.
A tier.
Okay, yeah,
I'm fine with that.
I personally put it in a B, but yeah, I think the group. I think we put it in an
Average.
A,
Yeah.
and I think that concludes rating
I think so.
playground equipment.
Spring Riders and swings, top contenders.
Yeah.
Coming in hot.
I like that.
I'm still gonna ride that slide, and I'm gonna still ride that merry-go-round.
Oh, you know what? I'll be at your funeral.
You're invited.
Thanks. Anything else? Did we miss anything? I think.
I did want to mention I played the song for you guys by Prince, Automatic. You said you pretty much have to dance like a spider to that song. There's really no other way. I'm glad you concurred with that one.
Yep.
Go listen to Automatic by Prince.
Yeah, you do almost
Great.
Do dance. You really do gotta dance like a spider.
Did you want to say something about aphids?
Oh yeah, we eat a lot of bugs too. I did kind of mention that at the beginning of the bug thing, but we do eat a lot of eggs or a lot of bugs in our yogurts and whatnot.
Apparently in your peanut butter.
I hear crickets are great protein.
You can buy like cricket lollipops and stuff.
I've eaten crickets.
I've had that. I've had a scorpion lollipop.
Oh yeah, those
And then
two.
I was very sad when the big swarm of locusts came out.
Locusts.
And I was like, all my friends up in like DC area, Maryland, were all like, yeah, like there's like little stands popping up on the street with like fried locusts and shit. And I was like, damn, let me fucking get some of that. And none of it happened here. And I was like,
Oh,
man,
bummer.
we only had I only saw like even a handful of them.
Yeah, on the calendar we're not the same.
Yeah,
We're not
you gotta go to
necessarily
like the Virginia Living Museum.
But
get
we
some chocolate
we
covered
will have
crickets.
them. It's just not the same
It
timing.
was a bummer. I was very, very sad. I
I think
was
Thomas-
expecting like and I was like hyping it up too. I was telling all my friends,
Aw.
coworkers, I was like, yeah, it's gonna be like fucking plague apocalypse out there. Nothing. They were like, where are they at, Dylan? I was like,
I used to get them back in
They
Newport
really
News.
played it up in the news though
They
too.
will.
They
really
always
had you
do.
I
thinking.
got caught up in the hype.
And Thomas Jefferson, he was like, every couple of years these things come around. He tracked it. He was the one.
Nice.
His, you know how he does.
Tommy J.
Oh yeah, Tommy J. Well, anything else you guys want to add
I think
before we
we
close
got
this
it.
out?
I
Lady A, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me again.
Absolutely. It's always a pleasure when she stops by. Gonna get to hang
For
out.
sure.
Some Busch Gardens action on
It's gonna be
Sunday.
fun.
Thanks for talking
Looking
bugs with
forward
us.
to it.
It was fun. I just was like, once we had shared our spider stories, I was like, when you do the one about spiders and bugs, I want to be there.
Stay
Totally.
tuned. Next week, I'll tell you the thrilling conclusion of if a stent is better with a string
Oh,
or
God.
no string. So I'll get to tell you all.
Look forward to that.
Oh yeah, 100%. I get to host trivia. That'll be also fun. Talk about fun times.
Yeah, and funny. Next week, the round 3.
Oh yeah, I know.
Virginia insects.
Yeah,
And that was after we'd already decided to do bugs
Dare
tonight.
I say serendipitous?
serendipitous.
Maybe we'll be ready since we won't have Dylan.
We'll be ready.
Great. We will see you all next time. We look forward to talking to you.
Peace and love.
Peace and love.
Peace and love.
I saw corn in places it shouldn't be.
What kind of places did you have corn, Dylan?
I got
Maryland.
corn. in
I
weird
got
places.
corn in weird places.